Hi guys, how you going? Campbell here from Autodidactic channel. Hope you're having an amazing day. And as always, autodidactic means to be self-educated. And guys, you want to be self-educated because if you're not, how would you know about three-fingered mummies that have been found in Peru in the Nazca region? Alright, so let's just jump into this. So this was actually, this is a series that has been made by Gaia.com. It was released in June, so it's a few months old. And here's just an article from news.com. Three-fingered mummies found in Peru are not human, says scientists, and maybe aliens. A set of three-fingered mummies recently discovered in Peru are not human and could be... and there's a picture. Now they actually found multiple ones. I'll show you some more pictures in a minute, but you can see the head on that as well, elongated. You'll notice it's white. We'll get into that later. A set of three-fingered mummies recently discovered in Peru are not human. Oh my God, that's the third time they've said that. The Sun reports Professor Konstantin Korotkov from the Russian National Research University as saying the supposedly ancient remains are humanoid, but not Homo sapiens. So I'm not sure where they've grabbed this alien thing. There's just sort of a bit of hype because we don't know. Professor Korotkov has examined the mummies found by colleagues in Nazca, Peru, which date back 6,500 years. He told Sputnik News each of the little mummies has 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, a pair of eyes, and a mouth. Tomographic scans reveal their skeletons. So here you can see they do have skeletons, like full skeletons. They're mummies, so they've been mummified, but they actually have their organs inside still. They haven't had their organs removed, which most mummies do. The tissue has biological nature and their chemical composition indicates they are human. The DNA features 23 pairs of chromosomes, just like us. All the 4 of them are male, each with a Y chromosome. Now they did find, actually, the first one they found was a female, so yeah, I'm not sure where they're getting all their information from, but this just shows you, like, this is just pretty much just mainstream, you know, propaganda, is that the right word? You know, they're just hyping it all up, really, without giving us any facts. You know, this is the problem. They appear human, but they are not. Another skeleton specialist, another skeletal specialist, Dr. Edson Vivanco, has also concluded the remains are of non-human beings. While the bizarre three-fingered and three-toed corpses have been branded fake by other scientists, Dr. Vivanco said there are lots of details that indicate the bodies are real. To recreate a skull with these characteristics is a very difficult task. The scientist insists if they were fake, he would be the first to say and report it. He added, right now we are studying the evidence and so far we haven't found anything to say it's a fraud or that the bodies have been modified or altered in any way. This guy's a skeletal specialist too who's studying them. We have lots of evidence that sets us on the path to prove that it is real. Footage of the so-called mummified alien was released in June last year in the ancient city of Nazca, Peru was released yet. The video was posted by a website Gaia which charges curious users money to view their exclusive paranormal content. The site claims that extraterrestrial beasts' bodies the site claims the extraterrestrial beast's body was dug up during an excavation of the mysterious caves. I'm not sure what mysterious caves. It's not even written well, this article. Skeptic viewers point out the corpses look like it is a half-finished cardboard creation. One viewer commented, something seems off. The corpse looks like it's made from plaster. And as you can see, like this one, see how they're very white? Blah, blah, blah. I found another article. It's called The Racism Behind the Alien Mummy Hoaxes, and this is just complete propaganda. This is like, basically it says it's racist to say that they might not be from Earth, which I guess a lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon, you know. There's definitely something very strange. They're definitely not human. But this goes down to, you know, it's very mainstream. and this is what we have to put up with, this kind of crap. And you know, they sort of cite all their, you know, their scientists and all their academic, you know, people, and they just tell us the same old crap that's been disproven for, you know, decades. And it's just all about, you know, Peruvian scientists are furious at a new possible pernicious permutation of the ancient astronaut theory. A web series named Unearthing Nazca purports to depict the investigation of a pre-Columbian and humanoid mummy. Archaeologists who have been denied access to the mummy worry that it is as old as the series creators claim. Basically, so they just want to get their hands on this thing, and they're annoyed that they can't. But that it is actually indigenous and Andean, a real human individual that has been mutated to look like an alien. So this is what they're saying, because of the 3 fingers and that. Obviously, they can't get around that. So the scientists are saying that someone's made these mummies, somehow covered them back in skin without stitching it. You know, there's no cutting in the skin or anything. They're saying that somehow, you know, they've refigured the skeletons, to make these. The series' success is also of concern. Since the series' launch in June by Gaia, Unearthing Nazca has been viewed 2.35 million times on YouTube alone. It starts with what at first seems to be a typical seated Peruvian mummy, arms wrapped around its knees like a child waiting for its parents. Its head is elongated like those of other Peruvian, Colombian mummies whose societies artificially shape their children's crania to achieve ideals of beauty or represent group belonging. Okay, now these scientists, if they do not know that elongated skulls have a larger cranial capacity, that when you elongate a skull, you don't make the capacity of the skull bigger. You don't increase the volume of that skull. You just shape what is already there. You just basically point it. And if you see elongated skulls from skull binding, they look completely different to Nazca elongated skulls. So this is complete. I mean, come on. It's 2019 and they're still writing this stuff. This is just complete, just false crap that has been misproven so many times. I mean, all that you need to do to disprove this is you get a proper elongated skull, and then you get a skull-binded skull. Then you get something like, you know, dried chickpeas or lentils, and you fill the skulls up with them, and you see what the capacity of each skull is, and you'll find out that the capacity of a real elongated skull is at least 25% bigger. So this really annoys me. These people come out and they put themselves up there. Oh yes, we're the professionals, we're the smart people, and they just spin crap. It's all just lies. So why? What are they trying to hide? You know, we know that the Smithsonian's been getting rid of, you know, giant bodies and strange skulls and skeletons, you know, for over 100 years. You know, all these skeletons and elongated skulls, most of them go missing. It's only recently that people have stopped, you know, telling the archaeological societies and people like that in different societies about their finds, because people are onto what's happening. It's just all being thrown away. So now with Gaia, they've got these, but like I said, like those archaeologists said, that they're not being given access. So they're holding on to it. They've got their own experts in there, and they're doing a proper analysis on these. So let's get back to a bit more of the propaganda. The video experts stopped short of the A word, letting a series of vest-wearing and white coat-clad experts claim that X-rays, CT scans and DNA and carbon-14 tests of the mummy's flesh reveal that this new humanoid or organic creature, whom they have dubbed Maria, is no fraud. To learn more, viewers were initially encouraged to watch the rest of the investigation behind Gaia's paywall. So that's the 3rd time they've mentioned that Gaia is a pay channel, just like Netflix is, just like Stan is. They just have different content. So this, you know, the Atlantic is obviously has something against channels like Gaia, who are just putting out information, and people are asking questions. So, you know, there's a lot, you know, that says a lot. And it all just goes into, oh yes, you know, it's all crap, and they're all just actually humans. Oh, and then we have a nice drawing, normal head, Looks nothing like the mummies or anything we see, but it's a mummy drawing. Yeah. Okay, great. So this is what we have to put up with. Oh, and they're trying to get me to subscribe for $1 a week, and they've just been going on about Gaia. God, don't think I'll be subscribing, guys. Sorry, no, let's not do that. Alrighty, let's get into some pictures. Okay. So this is just some of the carbon that they did on the first mummy. They have found more. So this is basically just telling us that the carbon dating, the average that it's given us is from AD 360, which is basically 1590 years ago. So that's how old it is. And here's a picture of it. Now, you can clearly see there, 3 fingers. Look at that. Those 3 fingers kind of remind me of something. Do they remind you of Remind you of a scene from ET at all? 3 toes, and see how, look at the length of them. Now this is a petroglyph that was found nearby in the vicinity of where they found the mummies, and as you can see, this is a petroglyph of someone with very long arms and what appears to be 3 fingers, long neck, not quite human sort of type head. Okay, now this okay, so we saw the mummies before and they were white, they were covered in a white powder. Now what they found is later on they went and someone else actually found a tomb, like a sarcophagus, and they opened it up, and inside they found all these small mummies, which you'll see. So actually they found 2 that they've brought out, which I'll show you later. And what the tomb was actually filled with diatomaceous earth. I mean, not the tomb, the sarcophagus. And so these mummies were covered in diatomaceous earth. So that's what this white stuff is. It's actually diatomaceous earth. Now this is one of the mummies, and they've wiped, you can see they've wiped this diatomaceous earth off, and look at the skin. See all these little pittings in it? Basically, the doctor who's in the series, because I have watched it, well, about halfway through it, says it looks reptilian. So I'll just leave it there. Here's another shot. The skin under the white diatomaceous earth. And there's another one where you can just kind of see that it's raised up. I don't know, but the doctor said it looked reptilian. Now here's one of the smaller mummies. It's like a child. Look at the head on it. Definitely elongated. That is not skull binding. And yeah, so there's a few of these mummies. This is another one they found that was seated, and this one's had its head cut off. And this doctor, he's a surgeon, he was examining it, and he says that it looks like it's been removed surgically, like with great, with a lot of precision. All the cuts are very precise as far as it hasn't sort of been hacked off. I'm not sure what that means. You can see the fingers here. They've got really long, big fingers. That's a bit more of a shot for you. See these huge, long fingers? Well, they look very strange, I know, but all these experts are saying that they're real. Now these are the ones that they found in the sarcophagus that were covered in diatomaceous earth. And as you can see, there's just 2. Again, look at the skulls on them. And they've got these funny kind of rib cage things. They're humanoid, but they don't really look human, do they? And these are they're actual mummies. I mean, look at that head. That just looks like ET, doesn't it? No, seriously. And look at those fingers. Okay, so yeah, this is a doctor examining another one of the smaller child mummies. And again, these huge long fingers. And you know, you can see they're pretty long legs too. You know, you can imagine that next to it, you know, a human child. They're pretty long legs. And look at the length of the arms, man. Like they hang to their knees almost. This is, it's not an X-ray. I think this is a CT scan or something. This is of the main mummy they found, the first one. And as you can see, it's got a full skeleton. You can see the bones. You can see the hip plates. Whoops. You know, it's all there. Rib cage. And with the skull, what they found out is the skull doesn't seem to have any fontanelles on it. You know, fontanelles are the lines, the expandable sort of lines that we have that create the plates in our head, so that, you know, we can be born, the head sort of overlays itself to get smaller. But these guys don't seem to have any of those, and they just have these big elongated heads. This is an X-ray. So if someone has gone and made this, they've done a pretty good job, because, you know, you can see this is a full skeleton. You know, like I said, and you've seen the mummies, the skin is intact. So how did they change the skeleton under the skin? You know, all the hands are there, you know, all the bones are there. So how did they change it to 3 fingers? You know, this is real. I mean, it looks very strange, but it's real, guys. I mean, look at all these. And they've got, you know, proper experts checking it all out. Even this mummy, you can see the bones and stuff. And yeah, very interesting. I haven't got all the DNA results yet, but I mean, you can tell that they're not us. They've got 3 fingers, but they are similar. And as you can see, they've done all the lengths, you know, so their proportions are different. You know, overall they're very similar, you know, but, you know, they have like longer limbs than us. They have 15 vertebrae, I believe. In their fingers and toes they have 5 or 6 phalanges. You know, the bones in your, or what's the other one? Toes, gosh, I've forgotten. Yeah, but the bones in their fingers, they have more than us. We have like 3. So these are different creatures. And here's a shot. This is, again, I think it's a CT scan, but I don't know. Just looks like ET to me. What do you reckon? And also you can see the brain cavity there. That's a good sized brain. Alright, so there we have it. That's pretty much all I've got at the moment. I'm like I said, I'm halfway through the series, so I'll see what else I can find. And I've got a few other ideas, so I may well do a follow-up on this video. So let me know what you think. You know, what are these people? Where are they from? Is it a hoax, do you think? Have you seen the series? You know, have you watched the series on Gaia? Let me know. Yeah, so leave me a comment, like, subscribe, please share the content, hit the bell, and you'll be notified of all my future uploads. And down below you'll find my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and some autodidactic t-shirts and hats that you can get to let the world know it's time to wake up and be self-educated. Alright guys, hope you like that one. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next upload. Bye for now.